We are going to be hearing from volunteer members of the Crusade's advisory panel. They are the good folks responsible for taking all of the yearly grant applications and deciding where exactly all of your donations are going to go. It's a group of interdenominational clergies who carefully comb through hundreds of grant requests. And joining us now is the Crusade's Shawn Kaelin with several of those panelists to talk all about the process. Hey, Shawn.
Hey, thank you, Shay and Terry. For the very first Crusade, 72 years ago, the advisory panel has volunteered their time to make sure your donation are used to help children with identified needs. This past February and March, more than 150 hours spent meeting with every agency that has requested funding from the Crusade for Children. WHAS TV does not decide where that money goes. 84 WHAS Radio does not decide where that money goes. The Crusade staff does not decide where that money goes. This distinguished panel decides where that money goes. We're joined today by the many members of the panel. Reverend Jason Crosby is chaplain, Center College. You're the leader of this distinguished group. It's a long process. Talk to us briefly about what that need is this year.
Sure. Thank you, Shawn. Yes, this weekend is incredible. And the money that is raised is always extraordinary and impressive and an inspiration to see the community rally together to raise funds. Then what we do is we have a front row seat to how great the need in our community across the Commonwealth of Kentucky and southern Indiana is. While we have big goals and hope to raise several $1 million just this weekend, we are keenly aware that we received requests totaling more than $14 million for assistance from organizations that approached the Crusade through grant applications this past year. $14 million. So we are very hopeful that we will raise as much money as possible so that we can meet all those requests that come to us. Unfortunately, we're not able to fulfill all the requests that come to us, and so our job is to be good stewards then and do our best to take the money that we have and allocate it to what this year was more than 240 organizations that came to us, again with a total request amount of more than $14 million. So our job is to do our best to be good stewards and allocate that money judiciously as best we can to all those organizations that approach the Crusade with those needs.
Thank you, Jason. And Father Joe Graffis and Reverend Jamesetta Ferguson, the same question to both of you. Tell us what it's like to hear directly from the agencies requesting Crusade funding.
Well, one of the things that it's been interesting is we get grant requests, and the grants sometimes are thick. We got to read all that material, but that doesn't tell the story. So we always spend 15 minutes with each agency, hearing their story and asking questions about it. And I just find that really helpful to learn about what they really do from a grassroots level, and especially we have many big organizations, but we have people in Appalachia and Western Kentucky and all the way to Terre Haute, Indiana, in terms of what they do is such good work. And the cry for money is so much, as Jason has already said, that we need more.
Yeah. One of the things that we are able to hear when we talk to the individual applicants are the stories, the real reason why this money is so important to the work that they're doing. And sometimes they have videos, and sometimes they also will have examples of the equipment that they need. And so for us to be able to eyeball that and to hear firsthand the importance of this equipment and how these dollars are being spent is an incentive for us to be good stewards, as Jason has said, but also to encourage them to encourage their community to even give more so that we're able to help them in a greater capacity.
Thank you, Jamesetta. Rabbi Stan Miles and Reverend Sally McLean, the same question to both of you. What would you say to donors out there tonight considering making a donation?
I would say thank you with all of our hearts. You're helping children in communities you've never visited, in agencies you've never seen. You are making a true difference for good. You are changing lives. And I have to presume that everyone who is watching this program tonight will indeed open their hearts and give. So all we can say is from the bottom of our hearts, thank you so very, very much.
And I would say that almost every family, almost everyone in the state of Kentucky and southern Indiana can name families or family members that have been touched by the Crusade for Children. If you know families that have been touched, we still need your contributions. Also, with the school systems and the agencies that are out there, our children are in such needs, and it used to be that you didn't see those children. But tonight, to witness the miracle dancers, and what a joy it is for those children, not only to be seen, but to see on television, and to know that this work directly impacts them. So please continue to open your pocketbooks and give to the Crusade, and we thank you for that.
Thank you, Sally and Stan. Rabbi Galia Rooks and Reverend Clay Calloway, the same question to you. How would you describe the legacy of the Crusade and what it reveals about the heart of our community?
The heart of our this is the heart of our community. I moved here, I don't know, 36, 37 years ago. I had never heard of Crusade for Children, and I've been working with the Crusade now for 30 years. I'm not that old. I started when I was in preschool. No. But seriously, there is nothing like this in the entire country. I would venture to say in the entire world. This is the largest non-federated telethon-based charity in America. It speaks volumes about the people of Kentuckiana and how much they care, how much they believe in the power of changing lives. And when you see what Crusade dollars do, and every penny that comes in goes right to the kids, there's no overhead. Your clergy panel from Moral Side of the News, we do not get paid for this work. And let me tell you, it is so hard. So if everyone could give just a tiny bit more, we had, as Reverend Cosby said, over 14 million, thank you, in grant requests. We have never raised 7 million, although we have hit 6 million. So, but that's already 50%, over 50% that we can't do. And maybe only 48% of that we would really feel comfortable giving money to. But the point is, making these decisions, I mean, it's heartbreaking because we want to give, everyone wants to be able to give to help and make a difference. So that's what Crusade for Children and Kentuckiana does. They care about all these special needs kids, and they make such a huge difference, so thank you.
In terms of legacy, on a personal note, I remember the Crusade is about as old as I am, so I can never not remember when there was a crusade. And I always go back to watching my grandmother. It was the greatest thrill seeing my grandmother. She worked with a special needs child, and the greatest thrill was seeing my grandmother on a black and white TV, I might add, attending a crusade back in the late 1950s. And that was a tremendous thrill to see her be a part of this TV broadcast. Of course, that made me more aware of it, and made it more of a personal experience for me. But being a part of the Crusade, the moral side for the last 18 or so years, of course, I've been able to experience firsthand the great need from the requests, pulling at my heartstring. You walk away, you want to give as much as you can, but you only have so much to give. As I've often said, it's like trying to squeeze a 10-pound of potatoes in a 5-pound bag, and it's often heartbreaking not being able to do so. But we do the best we can. And we're able to, glad we're able to do what we can with the limited amount of funds that we're able to dispense. But it's a joy to be a part of this great crusade, and that has continued for so many years in the city. And it speaks to the heart of this city because it is unique. It's a very unique part of this community, and we take great pride in the heart of the city being so giving and so loving in that regard.
Thank you, Clay. And as Clay and Galia both mentioned, the moral side of the news, you can hear these panelists on the moral side of the news each Sunday morning at 5:30 a.m. on WHAS 11, Sunday nights at 8:30 on News Radio 84 WHAS, and across the iHeart of family of radio stations across Kentuckiana. Tay and Shay and Terry, that's it from up here from the Kelly Noop balcony. We're going to keep that name. We'll toss it back down to you at Paristown Hall.
All right. Thank you
Thanks,
so much,
Shawn.
Shawn.